Hello again. It was perhaps inevitable that sooner or later the Chelsea Flower Show would be singled out for unconscious racism and being unwelcoming to black people and other minorities. I am bound to say that I myself do not feel that I would be welcomed at the Chelsea Flower Show, and nor have I ever had the least desire to visit it. It really isn't part of my own culture and heritage, and I don't think that a single one of my relatives or friends has ever been to it either. I'm so scruffy in my appearance these days that if I did go there, I strongly suspect that I would be directed to the tradesman's entrance. They'd probably assume that I was a dustman or something. It's really not my scene. However, I have no objection to snobby middle-class types having such amusements. I really don't think that the Royal Horticultural Society, who apparently are connected with the Chelsea Flower Show, can have been firing on all cylinders when they appointed an Indian homosexual as their ambassador for diversity and inclusion. He was bound to spot something to be disturbed about, and sure enough he's on the case, saying that classic English gardens made by double-barrel named designers are putting non-white communities off the Chelsea Flower Show. Now, I'm forced to concede that I do not myself know anybody with a double-barreled name, but I don't think this alone would discourage me from looking at somebody's garden. Even worse, some guy called Tom Stuart Smith, one of those double-barreled names you will observe, has constructed a garden at a site belonging to the Royal Horticultural Society, which is meant to be like a Muslim paradise garden. The Diversity and Inclusion Ambassador, Manoj Mandi, has ticked him off for doing so, as it's a clear case of cultural appropriation. Do bear all this in mind if any viewers are thinking of doing any gardening or visiting the Chelsea Flower Show. Meanwhile, the Tate Gallery is overcome with shame because so many of its paintings are by dead white men. They've now removed many of these from view, including, almost unbelievably, Waterhouse's Lady of Shalott, one of my favourite works of art, and replaced them by a load of modern stuff by black people and women. This is mad for the following reason. The Tate Gallery at Millbank is meant to show the best of British art. It takes a while, though, certainly 50 years perhaps, to be able to decide what is good art. 99% of the paintings and artwork produced in any era will be rotten. That applies to the 18th century, Tudor times, and the modern world. It's only after a few years that we are able to decide if something is worthwhile or not. That's why the pre-Raphaelite paintings at the Tate are there. They've stood the test of time. Simply sticking a bunch of artwork in the galleries because it is modern and made by a black person or a woman is almost guaranteed to result in some mediocre nonsense being on display. And so it has proved. It does rather seem to me that the hunt for institutional racism is becoming more and more desperate, and those who make a living out of it are having to resort to increasingly mad tactics to justify their very existence. Still, I suppose someone's got to do it.